my point was is that the fact that he's got those 2 Spires up means he's definitely committing the Mulisks, and it would be just foolish to not go for some Guardians or something later on, since he is investing in the Mulisks. Anyways, it looks like he's trying to send in some Hydralisks to the front door though, and I haven't seen any tanks yet out of Flash, so this could be pretty bad if he doesn't have any tanks around. That could be trouble for Flash if he comes in with some mass Hydrals. Okay, there are a couple tanks there. Hopefully he's got siege mode and he can go ahead and lock up his door. So yeah, Jaedong massing some Hydralisks now outside of Flash's main base, and if that door gets taken down, that could be bad news. But this is almost exactly what we saw in that other game in the MSL where. Yeah, Jaedong came in with Hydralisks, and the tanks, yeah, it looks like the tanks just got siege mode. The tanks got siege mode just in time to start popping Mulisks. And now Flash is going to have to divide his attention there, though, because those Mulisks are going to be able to come in and harass the back door, while the Hydralisks are harassing the front door, and he's going to have to try and split those forces a little bit. But those tanks, okay, yeah, if he didn't, now he's got siege mode. I mean, I think he did before, but so the siege mode tanks are going to be able to keep those Hydralisks off pretty easily, because he's going to be able to. There's a really tough. He's got a command center and a bunch of SCVs, Mighty Throw, all kinds of stuff in the way, so the Hydras will not be able to just run in and pick off the tanks there. So pretty well defended front door, but again, it's difficult for Flash to, and two evolution chambers up as well. So he's investing heavily in double upgrades here. He's upgrading his ground forces and his air forces here. He's trying to go for a little bit of everything here. He's not getting the Lings or to speak of, but definitely mass Hydras and mass Mulisks. And basically, you kind of the way that both players want to mix it up is if Flash has more Goliaths, then Jaedong. Oh my God, that's a ton of Mulisks. Oh my God, that's scary. Basically, if Flash has more tanks, then Jaedong wants more Mulisks, and if Flash has more Goliaths, then Jaedong wants more Hydras, and vice versa. The same thing, if Flash sees that Jaedong is getting a ton of Hydralisks, he wants to invest more in those tanks, and if he sees that there's more Mulisks, he wants to invest more in those Goliaths. And now Flash moving out here a little bit, trying to secure his next expansion there. Looks like some Scourges were going in there aiming for where he knew the starport was to try and pick off a science vessel or something like that, but they don't get very far. They could have been doing some kind of a scout, I suppose. But Hive up now for Jaedong, and he's getting his Greater Spire indeed, so probably, oh my God, sorry, every time I see that it surprises me. Just a ton of Mulisks. He's now at 2-1 upgrade with his Mulisks. 0-2, so +2 weapons for his Hydralisks as well. So heavy upgrades there for Jaedong, and I want him to click on one of Flash's units so we can see the upgrades of those, but he was at 1-1 earlier, so he's probably at 2-2 now, so Flash is definitely, if he's not already, he's keeping up with those. Wow, Greater Spire comes in, full control group of probably the most injured Mulisks, morphing into Guardians now. Wow, and he's got a ton of Hydralisks too. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, Jaedong is just macroing like crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, we saw him get those 2 expansions earlier, and basically, Flash hasn't done anything to harass Jaedong's economy whatsoever. So Jaedong has 4 bases heavily up and running, possibly a 5th. I can't tell if that on the left side at 9 o'clock is another base up for Jaedong. So Jaedong just macroing like heck. Just a ton of Hydralisks, a ton of Mulisks, a ton of Guardians. And now going in with these Guardians here, and this is very bad news for Flash because that ridge is going to be very difficult for him, especially with those minerals in the way. Yeah, Jaedong quickly putting that expansion out of business and forcing Flash to pull back. Flash invested a lot of money in that command center there. He's going to have to pull his SCVs out. He only lost a few SCVs at least. But things looking a little bit bad for Flash because there's not really going to be a way that he can expand really at this point, because Jaedong is just going to be able to, oh my God, even more Mulisks. Oh man, that is just insane. So Flash, wow, Flash is moving out. Oh my gosh, Flash is moving out. He's decided that since he can't hold that expansion very easily because of that ridge, he's just going to move out. A ton of Mulisks, all of Jaedong's forces coming in, or he's going to have to pull out those Mulisks. The Guardian's doing a lot of damage. Hydra's just getting slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered on the ground by those 6, 7, 8 tanks. Oh my God, I think a total of like 50, no, not 50, 30 or so Hydralisks got maybe like 5 hits in before they all popped. and the Guardians are pushed back as well. They were basically within range. I think he could have probably aimed that a little bit better so that his Guardians weren't within range of those Goliaths. But basically, by Flash moving out, he's forced Jaedong to come to him. And another, oh my god, Jaedong has not built up his Hydralisk enough. Those Hydralisks are just going to pop pretty easily. But Mutalisk coming in, trying to kill off those tanks, and not able to accomplish it. Basically, it looked like Jaedong just attack moved those Mutalisks in there, and they didn't take out a single tank, I don't think. No, it looks like they took out a couple. Oh my god, Flash pushing in on Jaedong's external natural now. Things looking dire for Jaedong now. He does have a lot of bases, so it's possible he's going to be able to come back in his... In the meantime, Flash has landed that expansion. So yeah, basically Flash has, looks like 3-3 upgrades now. Wow, Flash already at 3-3 upgrades here. And Jaedong a little bit behind on his upgrades for his ground forces. I haven't seen what his air forces are. His air force upgrades are probably about even though. And man, those tanks, heavily upgraded tanks, are just absolutely slaughtering those Hydralisks. The Hydralisks are not able to accomplish anything. Basically, the Hydralisks that Jaedong are producing are just throwing away money because they're not doing anything. Jaedong now in a desperate attempt to save his main, plundering down a bunch of sunken colonies here, just inside of his main, but against those tanks, that's not going to do a lot of good. And yeah, oh man, just a perfect combination of units here, perfect ratio of units by Flash, with just enough tanks to kill anything on the ground. And then the Goliaths doing an excellent job of hunting down the air forces and protecting those tanks. Just absolutely beautiful here. And wow. Jaedong trying to pick off the reinforcements with his Mutalisks instead of going for the main force, and Jaedong looking a little bit despondent there. His Greater Spire is going to go down. Flash targeting the Greater Spire. Wow, that is intense. That is intense. It probably would have been better for Jaedong. I think I could be wrong for him to have kept those Mutalisks and used them for while he had the Greater Spire to make some more Guardians maybe. And try to do some kind of a counterattack against Flash, because, again, like I said, Flash basically, he knew he wouldn't be able to defend very easily, so he just moved out and forced Jaedong to be on the defensive, and that's kind of the way it works with Goliaths in general against air. With carriers as well, you need to move out and force the carriers to come to your Goliaths, because otherwise if you defend, then the carriers or Guardians in this case are just gonna be able to chill off of a ridge and just pick you off, and you're gonna, as soon as you try and engage them, they're gonna fall back to a defensive position. You need to make them come to you. And wow, Jaedong just trying to mine as much as he can from his natural before it gets taken out here. He does have the top left base. No, the top left base going down as well. Just a few Goliaths running up there and taking out that base there. So Jaedong reduced to, oh my god, Jaedong building a new spawning pool. He's got 4 colonies there, creep colonies, that he can't morph into sunkens because he doesn't have a spawning pool. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And like I said, if there's anyone that has a chance against Jaedong in StarCraft right now, it is Flash. And Flash, wow, Jaedong GG's. Flash takes the OSL. Oh my god. And this is, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but this is, I said to Diggity like 3 weeks ago, I said I have this feeling that Flash and Jaedong are going to trade Star Leagues. And so when Jaedong won the MSL, I had a feeling that Flash was going to win the OSL, and Flash has beaten Jaedong in the OSL. Absolutely insane. This crazy mech build actually working very, very well for Flash. Clearly something that he's practiced and perfected. I mean, it's kind of been this kooky, like, surprise tactic to go mech, but Flash has turned it into an art, and even against Guardians, doing a very, very excellent job there, catching Jaedong off guard, apparently, with this build. And wow, absolutely amazing. So Flash is going to advance to the semifinals, and he's definitely one of my favorite players nowadays. So I wish him the best of luck in that. And I don't remember off the top of my head who he's going to be facing in that, but yeah, definitely awesome game. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And you know, as usual, scggg.com. Check out the GSI with Tasteless commentating and all that good stuff, and all the other commentators. All right, take care and thanks for listening.